Hello Leo, and welcome to your 2025 sneak peek. In this video today, we're going to be looking into the major themes and energies that you're going to be dealing with in 2025 through both tarot and astrology. We're also going to look at the blessings coming in for you and what it is that you don't see coming this year. So grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, whatever is your flavor. Get yourself nice and relaxed and cozy, and let's dive into all of this. I almost said drive into all of this. So I am going to be channeling some key words, phrases, and images before we get into the astrology you're going to be experiencing this year. So that drive energy and the drive in particular, nothing happens by accident. I'm really feeling that energy as soon as I said it and I started knowing that I was going to dig into it a little bit. I saw like a drive-in movie theater. So there's this energy here. Now I'm seeing the movie Grease. So, and you can do this yourself. This is what Spirit's saying too. This is part of the reason we're starting out the video like this. It's this free association and this using your imagination and channeling through images. And so, when I was getting ready to do this video for you, I was starting to feel into sort of the images and the words that I might channel for you. And the word gorilla came through. Was monkey, gorilla, something like that. And then I was thinking of King Kong, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, is this really am I just making this up right now? Or like, why is this coming through? What's the significance of this? So two things Spirit wanted me to share as I was going through this preparation period and this questioning period. One, do not question. Two, we don't always understand why things make sense at the time, but ultimately they will. So go with it and flow with it. And what Spirit was showing me was that you are really going to be tapping into your intuition on a whole nother level this year, Leo. And so Spirit wants you to not question yourself. Whenever we do hypnosis, I am a practitioner of aura hypnosis healing, which is a quantum healing, past life regression, entity removal technique. And during the hypnosis period, and as we're preparing people for hypnosis, we always remind them, trust your first thought. When I ask you a question, trust the first image, the first impression, the first knowing that comes through. Don't question it, just go with it, just flow with it. And that's what Spirit is saying for you this year. Be in that energy where you are exploring, where you are curious. Leo is a naturally playful energy. If any of you have Gemini in your charts, really tap into that Gemini or your Gemini energy as well. Just question, be open-minded, be trusting what's coming through for you, allowing your mind, your imagination to play. Spirit's saying you're going to be receiving a lot of intuitive guidance because this year is really meant to align you with your spiritual path or with whatever your life path at this time is. Remember, everything is spiritual because we are spiritual beings. So even if it doesn't look like a spiritual path to you, it's all relevant, right? It's all spiritual. So that your path, your intuition is going to be really in tune with you. Or I guess a better way to say that would be you're going to be really in tune with your intuition if you allow yourself to be. So really follow the guidance, because what Spirit's saying is there are a lot of key moments for you this year, Leo. This is key people that you're supposed to meet, key opportunities, key circumstances. And so this is really interesting. And if you're interested in learning more about this, look into Dolores Cannon's books. Also look into Journeys of Souls by Michael Newton. They talk about this energy a lot. This energy of when we're planning out our lifetime. And so when we're planning out our next incarnation, we get together with our guides, with other souls that we're going to be meeting and encountering in this lifetime that we have soul contracts with that are going to be playing big parts in our journey. And we're programmed with these certain, sometimes they're images, sometimes they're words, sometimes they're energies that are like these trigger points for our consciousness that help us to recognize, even though it's on a subconscious level. We're not necessarily recognizing it consciously. Some people do. Like for me, for instance, when it comes to like romantic lovers and those types of connections for me, all the men who played really important roles in my journey in that certain respect, I instantly recognized. It wasn't in a way that I could put a finger on. It was just like when they walked into the room for the first time, it's like my attention was just drawn immediately. And I felt this really similar sensation. with every single one of them. And I'm sharing that because that's the type of thing that you might be beginning to see and sense more. Or maybe this is something that you already have, just like I always did. Even when I wasn't fully aware of why it was happening, right? I didn't know, oh, I have a soul contract with this person. Oh, this is, you know what I mean? It wasn't that. It was just like their energy pulled me in, and I recognized that that was happening, even though, like I said, I didn't really have the words for it at the time. And so you're going to notice that, or you're going to notice it's like those little things are going to be tripping those sensors, those images, those words, the energies when you connect with people and meet these people that are meant to be on your path. So pay attention to those. You're going to feel it in your body. Maybe it might be a gut feeling. It might be a fluttering in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your stomach. It might be a ringing in your ears. It might just be a way that you notice your intention just kind of like laser focused in an instant. That's because something significant is coming, or someone significant is coming into your path. So honor that and get really good at noticing that energy, because it's really going to serve you moving through 2025. So as we were saying, we had that image of the drive-in. I started thinking Greece. I think that's because there was a scene in Greece where they were there was a whole song right at the drive-in or something like that. So that movie or that energy, that 80s energy too, might be significant for someone. The Cars, maybe. There's something with that. Maybe somebody needs to watch that movie. I don't know why that was coming in, except for sort of like the drive-in energy. But it's also that energy of the drive-in itself. And yeah, we'll go with it because it came to me before this video, the monkeys, the King Kong. I don't know if it's like it's on like King Kong for you guys this year. I don't know if this has to do with being larger than life. I don't know what that energy is, but if that resonates, you'll know what it means. So let's see, I'm seeing a diamond or a sapphire, and it's like spinning. And we talk a lot about the diamond consciousness on here, or not a lot, but we talk about it sometimes, so welcome if you're new. The diamond consciousness, or the different facets of the diamond, right? And how we are multifaceted, just like the diamond. And every single facet on that diamond, we can look at it as us, as a piece of all of creation, right? But we can also look at that diamond as ourselves, the totality of ourselves, our oversoul, as the whole diamond. And every facet as a different lifetime, a different dimension, that all of our different consciousnesses exist. So I feel like this is a year for you, Leo, and getting really multidimensional, tapping in with more of your multidimensional self, and yeah, accessing more facets of your being, I guess, is the best way to put it. Really raising your vibration and your consciousness if you allow it. It was a really big year for Leos last year because we had the 888 portal. And this year's Lionsgate portal, which for those who don't know is on and around August 8th of every year, it really opens up with the Galactic New Year, which is July 26th. And then it moves through an energy. Although we can honestly say that it opens up with the Syrian gateway, which occurs in June on around the 7th, the first week of June, the 4th of July to 7/7, 7/8. All right. And then we're moving through the dog days of summer, that whole Syrian energy that brings us through the Lionsgate portal as well on 8/8. And it really kind of closes out, so to speak, around mid-August. If you want to, use like linear time to try to understand these portals, they're really, the energy is much more fluid. It's much more flowing. But of course, we're interpreting it from a linear perspective. This year's Lionsgate is going to be big as well. So every year, and you guys check out the Lionsgate videos. They're in the playlists, Portals and Gateways playlists. For those of you who want to learn more about these, particularly the last couple of years, because they've been massive. Like we said, it was an 8-year last year. So that was the 888 portal. But we also, every time we have one of these since 2012, as these portals, these Lionsgate portals have activated, there's been this powerful opening and activation of what we call the sacred keys, which can also be viewed sort of as like the Earth's chakras. There are these powerful points, nexus points of energy, where these ley lines converge all over the globe. There are 13 of them. And on the 8/8 Lionsgate portal in 2025, we're going to have the 13th seal activating. So this is like the inner heart chakra of Mother Earth. This is like the cosmic gateway of energy that's really opening us up to being able to completely immerse ourselves in that new earth crystalline blueprint and energy. So that's going to be massive. And I'm going to talk about that more as we get closer to that energy. Just know that this is happening. This is huge. And I feel like somebody is asking right now. So I'm going to see if I have my book handy. This is the book for all those who are interested. Rising Phoenix Aurora is the founder of Aura Hypnosis Healing that I was telling you about, that I'm a practitioner of, along with many other people. She does some really fascinating material. YouTube Rumble, you can check her out if you really want to go deep down the rabbit hole, so to speak. Here, I found her when I asked for more information, more knowledge. It was really interesting, sort of the series of events that led me to that. And that's what I mean, once again, that's the kind of series and events that's going to lead you to where you're going this year, right? You ask a question, and then all of a sudden you start being shown things. And yes, Spirit's wanting me to tell you guys this story of how this happened for me, so that you can kind of relate to this in your own journey this year. And so at one point I decided, all right, I feel like part of my purpose on this planet is to help people free themselves from the matrix, free themselves from this web of control and deceit, from all of this ridiculousness that is going on here right now, right? I want to help people liberate themselves. But in order to do that, I have to really understand what it is that we're liberating ourselves from, like what is really going on here on this planet, right? Because in the beginnings, it was like that book I mentioned, like Journeys of Souls. I actually have never read Dolores Cannon's books. I know that's crazy. She's actually, she is sort of like the grand founder of Aura Hypnosis Healing, in that she worked with Rising Phoenix Aurora after she had passed on to create another modality, which is sort of taking QHHT, which Dolores Cannon created, to a whole nother level. And she's kind of like the grandmother, if you will, of the modality that I practice. And a lot of this information that's coming through now through the Aura Hypnosis Healing sessions and such. She wrote many, many books about her QHHT sessions, when she would hypnotize people and take them to lifetimes on other planets, on this planet, and everything that she would learn. So did Michael Newton. That's where his information comes from, was also through hypnosis regressing to the soul level here. And so that was my beginning introductions to things. And a lot of that, it's what we were ready for at the time, right? That's what humanity was ready to understand, is the earth is a school. We incarnate here to learn, right? We learn lessons, we grow and evolve, we go back, we review our lifetimes, we choose our next lifetime, we come in again, we keep doing this. Everything that we experience, we chose so that we could learn from it, this and that and the other. And that is true on one level. But there was another level. And that was the level that I learned about first many, many years ago through conspiracy theories, through a girl that I knew at one point in time who really brought me down the rabbit hole one night when it came to just the Illuminati, the cabal, the deep state, whatever you want to call them, their existence and the way they permeate everything, right? And so that was my first, one of my spiritual awakenings in the early 2000s. And then we came into more of this with the Journeys of Souls and the secret, right? We're learning about the law of attraction, learning more about what happens between lifetimes and all of this different stuff. But there was still a piece missing that needed to bring these together, right? Because these two things both exist. So how are they existing together and what's going on here? And so I asked Spirit, I said, look, if I'm going to be waking people up, if I'm going to be helping people connect to their power, if I'm going to be helping people set themselves free, I need to really understand what is happening here, right? So give me some more information. And then I was drawn to these two practitioners who do what's called BQH, which is another spinoff of QHHT. And they were doing these same types of hypnosis sessions that Michael Newton had done, that Dolores Cannon had done, but they were finding some more nefarious kind of things going on. They were finding more of this energy of kind of like this false universe that had people kind of trapped in this construct mentally that they couldn't break out from, being recycled karmically over and over again into these same situations. And so like that started getting really heavy. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to put that to the side for the minute. And then after that, but I was looking into learning one of these techniques to practice with people. And so not too long after that, since I decided to put that aside, a friend of mine called me up and she had just learned Aura Hypnosis Healing and Raw Reiki Entity Removal. And when she started telling me about it, instantly I was like, oh, that's it. It was that recognition. Remember I told you about that that you reckon with people, with situations, with things. I was like, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what's next. It was very clear. So that's what I did. And the training for that took me down a whole nother rabbit hole of how deep this stuff goes and all the different layers of it. All right. And the exciting thing is we're breaking out of this energy. And I know for anyone who's not used to this channel, this was a lot of information. Even though I didn't really give any specific information, it definitely bombarded you with a lot. So I apologize for that. These readings go where they're meant to go. They're for who they're meant to find. Okay. So hopefully, I don't know. Like I said, there's a reason why I say everything that I say. So I helped tie all the pieces together about the beautiful original crystalline blueprint for this matrix, which was very much what Dolores Cannon and her subjects had described, right? What Michael Newton and his subjects had described. But there was another layer to it as that matrix was hijacked. And that's the layer that we're breaking free of right now. And we weren't meant to know that until we were meant to know that. And that's why those sessions are coming through now and people are learning this. So I got a lot more than I bargained for. After I learned all of this stuff, there was a part of me that kind of wished that I hadn't, right? But you can't unknow what you know. All right. So there's another message there, I guess, too. Be careful what you ask for, because spirit will deliver. But if you really feel called within your soul to ask for it, then don't let your ego deter you, right? Don't let that sense of self-preservation that says, I want to know more, I want to see more, I want to do more, I want to experience more, but I'm afraid. Don't let that fear keep you from pursuing and asking for what it is that you want to find this year, because whatever you want to find will find you. Whatever you want to find will find you. So I wanted to look this up, but we were going to look at the 13 keys for a second, just so I could tell you the name of the gateway that's opening up on your Lionsgate portal this year. It is the heart chakra, cosmic, and earth gateway. With Sophia, the divine mother of creation, of course, being the galactic guardian. So when this 13th key opens up, which is where we bridge to the infinite being of source, divine mother and father, who are the infinity of both 0 point and infinite possibilities of dimensions. There's a powerful rebirthing of energy happening here. And our ability to tap into all those powerful realms of consciousness and existence is just going to magnify. And like we said, everything's a choice. Not everyone's going to be instantly transported into that energy, but it's going to be that much more accessible, because as that cosmic heart gateway, that cosmic heart chakra opens within the earth itself and divine mother, right? It opens within each of us as we are microcosms of the macrocosm. We are part of her energy. Our hearts are connected to her heart. And ooh, I bet the aurora is going to be crazy when that's going on. Remember the aurora borealis, or I'm saying remember for people, anybody who's new, you wouldn't know this yet. But the aurora borealis is a reflection of Mother Earth's heart chakra. As it continues to open, we continue to see these energies streaming in. And you can feel it if you go out under the aurora. I had I'm grateful to have been able to experience that quite a few times this year. We'll put it that way. All right. Any other images for Leo? My eyes just landed on my Buddha. So the energy of the Buddha, maybe. Swing set. I'm seeing a swing set. Swinging, feeling that energy of being free when you're swinging back and forth on the swing. So that energy of freedom. The inner child as well. Just the whole playground, allowing the earth to be your playground this year. The phoenix and the dragon. So really connecting with your magical creatures, connecting with your own magic. The pen, some of you may want to write. Ballpoint pen specifically, which is interesting. And now I'm seeing like a quill, like with a feather. Spirit saying you don't have to be that literal. And the typewriter. Yeah, writing, just writing, communication in general, microphone, sharing your voice, sharing your energy, sharing your vision. And wings, just wings and that energy of taking flight. Really, really strong for my Leos. All right, so let's look into some of your astrology here. We're already 20 minutes into the reading. That's all right, though. I feel like some of you might want to look into Rising Phoenix Aurora. Not everybody resonates with her. She's on a whole vibration. I guess, you know, kind of like any of us. You know, she has a very strong core energy and frequency. And people either really resonate with her or they really don't. So, but some of you might want to look into her or into that book. Some of you may want to get a session. I'm not the only practitioner of Aura, but I am a practitioner. So if you resonate with my energy, reach out to me. Otherwise, check out aurapractitioners.com and you can see all the people who practice. Aurora still does personal sessions as well. Now, moving on to the astrology, we had Mars in your sign at the very end of 2024. Mars is still in retrograde. Mars is now in the sign of Cancer, but Mars will be returning to your sign. And that is going to be happening on, let's see here, the 18th of April. So you have a little bit of time. You do have a full moon in your sign on the 12th of February. So that's going to be a powerful time, of course, when a beautiful reset of energy for you around the 12th. And you're going to feel it even when Mars stations direct at 17 degrees of Cancer on the 23rd of February. You're still going to be feeling that because you're going to be feeling this whole retrograde within Cancer strongly as well, because this is all part of Mars's cycle, this retrograde that encompasses both of your signs. So when Mars moves, stations direct, you're going to be feeling a bit more settled, just as we all are. You're going to be feeling like your energy has some forward momentum, but there's still going to be a lot of emotional energy that's being processed. There's still going to be a lot that's kind of in flux, a lot that's integrating until Mars hits your sign again on the 18th of April. And then I feel like you're going to get a real boost forward. And when Mars comes out of shadow on May 1st, which will still be in your sign, that's going to be really powerful. You're also going to have Venus entering your, oh no, that's Aries. Sorry. But 5-1 is going to be really powerful, not just because that's when Mars comes out of the shadow period. And I apologize that I don't have the degree of Leo. I forget what degree Mars started the Leo retrograde. But check out the Mars retrograde video if you guys want more on that. That's it's going to be on the planetary cycles and phases or something like that playlist. If you read through the playlist, the one that would be astrological seasons and cycles. There you go. That should be under that playlist. And it's not that long, even just under my recent videos, if you want to check that out, the Mars retrograde video. Because like I said, this has been a powerful one for you guys. On 5-1, this is not in your sign, but this is just something to be aware of. We have a massive energy as well with Uranus and Taurus sextiling the North Node. So Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus, sextiling the North Node at 26 degrees of Pisces. Uranus will be once more conjunct the star Algol at 26 degrees of Taurus. This is the demon star, as they call it, the Lilith star, as some others call it. This was a big energy back in, I believe it was July of 2024. Mars and Uranus were conjunct on top of Algol at 26 degrees of Taurus. So this is going to be another really intense energy. As keep your wits about you. It's going to happen on the day that Mars stations retrograde in your sign as well. And I think Mars is aspecting this, if I am not mistaken here. But like I said, we're going to have more on that as it approaches. But 5-1, probably a big day for you as well. And then the astrology takes it a little bit easier on you. There's definitely, we have Mercury and Jupiter in Cancer. And Cancer, why am I mentioning that? No, that doesn't really have much to do with you either. I'm thinking Aries. Some of you guys might have some Aries in your chart because I'm looking at a lot of like Venus entered Aries on the 30th of April. I'm looking at this energy with a lot of stuff that's going on with Aries and Cancer. And Cancer, of course, is a cardinal sign like Aries. So Aries is affected by Cancer. So some of you guys, check out the Aries video. That one's already out. I feel like you guys have some Aries in your charts, or there's something significant with that Aries energy for some of you watching this year. And that's why the aspects that really affect Aries for some reason. And Cancer, because I'm looking at a lot of Cancer stuff. So you guys might be, the Cancer video will be coming out after this one is done. I'm doing my best to get through these at the pace that I can. These are very involved videos. I love making them, but they do take some time, especially with all the craziness that life has, just the craziness of life, right? So anyway, moving forward, when the Cancer video goes out, check that one out as well. Some of you. Mercury will be entering your sign on the 26th of June. June. Yeah. And Mercury is going to go retrograde in your sign this year. So when Mercury enters, you're going to start feeling that energy. It's going to be a big Mercury transit. All right, pay attention to what's going on there. Pay attention to what's going on the 15th when Mercury stations, or sorry, not the 15th, the 18th of July when Mercury stations retrograde at 15 degrees of Leo, 15 degrees of your sign. Then there's going to be a new moon in your sign at 2 degrees of Leo on the 24th of June, or July rather. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting so confused with dates. I'm not going to edit this or re-record it because I can't. It's just too much. So, sorry. Hopefully you're bearing with me here. July, 7 is July. All right. So, new moon in your sign on the 24th of July. 2 days before that galactic new year on the 26th of July. And then, of course, the 8/8 Lionsgate portal on the 8th. And the full moon in Aquarius on the 9th, and that will be powerful for you as well because the sun in Leo is going to be opposing that moon in Aquarius. So that's going to be an intense date for you as well. That's 17 degrees of Aquarius, that moon's happening. So 17 degrees of Leo is where that sun will be. Then on the 11th, Mercury stations direct at 4 degrees of Leo. On the same day that we have the third and final square between Saturn and... Wait, no, this isn't that. Sorry, scratch that. This is a sextile between Saturn and Uranus, which is also a big energy. Not the opening square that I thought it was, but it is a big energy here. So that is going to be... Saturn's going to be at 1 degree of Aries. Uranus is going to be at 1 degree of Gemini. They're going to be having a conversation, really helping to lift us up. This is a big energy of helping us to, what have we been talking about throughout this video, right? Breaking free of the matrix. Break free of those matrix energies. Really find a ways, like Saturn is all about mastering the third dimension and Uranus is all about the higher timelines and higher dimensions. So this is really helping to lift us up into a new timeline and to shift us out of wherever it is that we've gotten stuck in that 3D matrix type of energy, that false matrix energy. So that's going to be a big day, and Mercury stationing direct in your sign on that same day is going to allow for some really powerful breakthroughs, I think. And let's see, Venus is going to enter your sign on the 25th of August. Let's see. Anything else significant for you, Leo? I think that's the biggest thing right there. Mars is going to enter Scorpio on the 22nd of September, and Scorpio is another fixed sign. So there's a squaring energy. Scorpio squares your sign of Leo. So you're going to feel that tension. You're also going to be feeling the tension if you have particularly any planets or points in those first 5-ish degrees of Leo. You're going to be feeling that with quite a few things, right? That's where Mercury stations direct. It's also within a square to Pluto in Aquarius in those first opening degrees that Pluto's going to be in of Aquarius over the next few years. So that's going to be intense in its own right, in its own respect. So yeah, but that Mars in Scorpio, that feels like there's something powerful for that with people as well. Anything else here that we need to? And then Mercury's going retrograde in Scorpio. So in a sign that squares your own, and that's going to be on November 18th. So there's a lot of powerful breakthroughs in perspective and awareness here for you, Leo, with all of this mercurial action going on here. All right, new moon in Scorpio on the 20th, also squaring you. And that's going to be during a sextile between Uranus and Neptune at 29 degrees of Taurus and Pisces, respectively. which is going to be squaring still that galactic center at 27 degrees of Sag. And that's an anaretic square, or sextile rather. So this is that's a big closeout energy. So that new moon in Scorpio is going to be a massive rebirthing portal. And it's going to be, perhaps there's going to be a little bit more tension for you with that. Possibly, unless you really lean into it. So really surrender, let go, whatever is wanting to shift, whatever is wanting to change around that time. It's like Spirit's using the analogy to me of having a baby, right? Like you can try to stop that baby from coming, but when that baby is ready to come, it's going to be a lot easier to push than it's going to be to try to keep it in, right? It doesn't work like that. Nature, you can't stop nature. That phrase, there's something with that phrase for you. You can't stop nature. Maybe this is your own nature, Spirit saying you can't stop. Don't fight your own nature. Don't fight the natural ebb and flow of life. You can't fight nature. And something about a force of nature, being a force of nature, becoming a force of nature, by aligning yourself with the natural progression of energies instead of fighting against it. All right, let's see. That's it, I think. As far as astrological highlights. So let's get into this. Clear. We're going to be looking at energies for Leo. What major themes? Clear. And of course, we've already been discussing some of those major themes. What other major themes do we have for Leo for 2025? Spirit, give us some energies here. Tell me about the major themes that Leo is going to be experiencing, working, and dealing with here. Major themes for Leo. Major themes for Leo. Spirit saying take some rest when you need some rest. This is going to be a powerful year, but you need to learn how to pace yourself as well. Spirit's giving me a lot of analogies to use with you guys of things that have been going on in my own life, interestingly enough. So what Spirit's bringing through right now is just the amount of time it's taking me to get these videos done. Because so much has come up that I've had to purge, that I've had to release, so many outer responsibilities as well, so many things that I've needed to juggle, and I've needed to prioritize and put my self-care first. So you guys, you're going to have periods like that. This is going to be a really, like we said, rapid fire year for you in a lot of ways. There's going to be a lot of, like we said, those destined and fated soul connections coming in, opportunities coming in. And you want to recognize those. But you also want to recognize when you need time to rest and relax. And sometimes it's going to seem contrary to what you're trying to do. Like for me recently, as I've been in this like massive manifesting period for myself, Spirit's guiding me to do things that seem contradictory. Like instead of making a video or creating content, Spirit's like, why don't you rest? Why don't you meditate? Start taking care of your physical body better. You know, I am a mom and I work and I create content for you guys. And I also take care of my child. Of course. And I'm really busy and I don't necessarily finding the time to work out and to get my body moving, which my body is really needing and craving, has been challenging. But Spirit has been like highlighting that as a priority for me. And it's sort of like the self-care and the meditation and the physical, taking care of my physical body, even if those don't seem like they're directly tying into like my larger goals and ambitions, Spirit's showing me that they are. I don't need to understand. This goes back to the very beginning of the reading. I don't need to understand why that is. I just need to trust what I'm being guided and follow that guidance. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Fool coming out. Yeah, so this is like somebody who's kind of procrastinating on a new beginning, kind of weighing the odds here, so to speak, trying to make a decision about which road, about which path to take. And there's a lot of stress involved with this. This is why Spirit's saying really take care of your mental health in 2025, Virgo. Or Leo. You guys, maybe some of you want to watch the Virgo video as well if you have placements in Virgo. That was a powerful video. Really take care of your mental health. You're going to know. Spirit's saying this is why you want to learn to trust your body more, to lean into your body, to lean into your intuition. because you're going to have those sensations that I talked about, those moments of recognition, whether it's the butterflies, whether it's the ringing in the ears, the heart racing, something. When you meet these people, when these circumstances, these opportunities, these moments, these destined and fated moments occur, if you're not feeling that, then maybe whatever is being sort of offered to you is not, it ain't the thing. All right. So the more you can tune in with that side of yourself, the more you're going to recognize what is the thing and what is not the thing. Got the 8 of Cups. There's going to be this theme. So it's a theme of endings and beginnings. And we are in a 9 year with 2025, which is 9 is about cycle completion, endings and rebirths. It's also about mastery. Okay. So there are going to be a lot of endings. It's sort of like there's a new beginning that's going to evolve, and that's going to require the walking away from, the leaving something behind. And this is going to be a big theme for you in general this year, I think, Leo, of what it is that you're leaving behind. Really being able to start recognizing what is not, and what Spirit's saying is that you've recognized it. It's not the recognition, it's the action around it. You know, Leo, you are a fixed sign. Fixed fire, you burn hot. You burn steady. You are very loyal to those that you love. And you are loyal to the path that you choose. But Spirit's saying, pay attention and notice who and what has earned that loyalty. And where that loyalty is actually holding you back as opposed to moving you forward. Yeah, we get the Knight of Swords in reverse with the Moon in reverse here. So this is a lack of action based on a lack of clarity. And for some of you guys, something is becoming clear, but it's not quite time to act on it just yet. Or what might be coming clear is, for some of you, it's like you're recognizing a situation that you wish you had acted on from the past that you didn't. And you're getting more clarity around that situation, what you didn't know and understand about it. But remember, like, I feel like it's important to say for some of you, like, we don't know better until we know better. We do the best with what we've got at the time. If you didn't know, then you can't blame yourself for not taking the action that you would have taken if you had known something. And a lot of times we don't know what we don't know for a reason. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Anything else that you want to, let's tell me more about the Moon and the Knight of Swords here. Tell me more about the Moon and the Knight of Swords. I think the Knight of Cups was relating to this energy of the soulmates and connections coming in this year. All right, got the Two of Wands. There's something that you manifested. There's something that you wanted, that you created, that's not coming through for you as quickly as you would have hoped. That's what I'm feeling from that energy right now. Tell me more about this. What's not coming through as quickly? What's taking its sweet time getting here? Interesting. There's a lot of this energy of endings. Look at that. You got the Ten of Wands. You already have, we have the Eight of Cups, which is like an ending. I'm just feeling a lot of that energy of endings. Spirit's saying you need space in your life for what it is that you're trying to create. There's no space in your life right now, Leo. That's why you need to let go. You're juggling too many things. You have too much going on, and a lot of it is not fulfilling to you. It's not in alignment with you. So what do you need to let go? What do you need to release? What burdens are you carrying that can be put down? All right? There's a lot of need this year for moving into calmer waters. You're going to be a lot less stressed. You're going to have a lot less on your heart and your mind. If you narrow down your focus, think about, where am I trying to go? What am I trying to do? Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? And Look at the things in your life. Are the things that I'm doing getting me closer to that or further away from that? And of those things that are getting me further away from that, what things are necessary at this time and what things are not? And immediately get rid of the things that are not. The things that are, how can I lighten the load with these things? Can I delegate some of these tasks or responsibilities? Are there other people that can help me with this, to shoulder this? What can I do to make this more manageable or break this down into more manageable chunks? And the things that are getting me closer to what that vision that I have for myself, how can I do more of those things? How can I create the time by letting go of the things that are eating my time to do more of the things that I love? One thing that I've been doing is I've been working with subliminals and affirmations really powerfully. You want to be careful with subliminals. You want to make sure that you are finding a source that is reliable, because like anytime you're allowing anything to program your subconscious mind, you want to make sure that the person or the thing is on point, right? On the level. We've got Judgment and the High Priestess coming out here. Something that was previously unknown is becoming known. Clear. Tell me more about this. This is where we switch decks. Tell me about what is becoming known here. Clear. What is becoming known? And once it becomes known, there's a need to act. King of Wands, this is your energy, Leo, fire energy. Dependably goal-oriented. This could be goals, dreams, desires. We got the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups coming out here. This is the habits and routines, belief systems, perspectives that you've been holding that have been causing this energy of self-sabotage, whether consciously or unconsciously. This is what's being revealed here. And 2025 is really a year of getting on point with that, of being like, okay, these are the habits that I'm engaging in. This is the self-talk that I'm engaging in. These are the ways that I'm wasting my energy, I'm wasting my focus, I'm wasting my life force, and really reclaiming that, calling that back. And like we said, looking at everything is, does this align me with the timeline that I'm desiring? Does this align me with the experience of reality that I'm desiring to create, to manifest? And if it doesn't, then it's time for it to go. Period. Got the Six of Wands with the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Or Pentacles rather, and those are both inverted here. All right. This is where you've been, right? In this energy of frustration, in this energy of your dreams not coming to pass, feeling unfocused, feeling like you're just treading water in some senses. This is where you can be this year. If you pay attention to those signposts, if you pay attention to those synchronicities, you can be triumphant. It's all up to you, Leo. What do you want to do? What do you want? What are you choosing? Okay? There's a powerful new awareness crystallizing within you this year. Follow that awareness, even if you're afraid. All right? Fool in reverse in this deck speaks of fearful beginnings, even if you're afraid. Especially if you're afraid. And how can you think outside the box? How can you approach things in a new way, in a new manner? Remember, like we said, we have Pluto in Aquarius opposing your energy, right? You are opposite Aquarius. And so Pluto's really wanting to work with you here. I might have said that Pluto was squaring your energy. If I said that, that was obviously mistaken. Pluto is opposing your energy. So especially if you have planets in those first few degrees of Leo, that energy of Pluto is really inviting you to transform. And in Aquarius, it's saying, dare to be different. And by different, just means different from what you are or the way that you have perceived yourself to be before. It doesn't have to mean different from everybody else. Just authentically who you are. Dare to do things in a new way that is more resonant with you. This year, 2025, is all about finding ways to reinvent what you're doing so that it resonates more powerfully with you. And to really create that structure that's going to help you succeed. To get rid of those limiting thoughts, those limiting energies, those clear belief systems that are not in alignment with the beauty and the truth of who you are, so that you can embrace more of the beauty and truth of who you are. All right? Clear. Aries just popped into my head for some reason. Yeah, like I said, didn't I tell some of you guys to watch the Aries reading? And that's so funny. When I was putting the cards in this deck away, I saw the sun, and then the sun popped out of this deck when I was shuffling to close. So this is the energy. This is your energy, right? The sun can represent Gemini energy. It also represents Leo energy. All right. The sun is your ruling planet. You are meant to shine. This year is all about that. It's like, see the child there? It's like being reborn, that youthfulness of spirit, that beautiful curiosity of spirit. That's why we referenced Gemini energy at the beginning of this reading. Like, really own that, embrace that. Really just employ that energy. If you guys have lost that natural playfulness that your energy exudes, find a way to reconnect with that. Find a way to reconnect with yourself, with your inner sun, and allow that inner light to shine. And really work with the physical sun as well. The physical sun is so powerful as we are moving through these, clear, all of these activations, all of the light codes coming through from the sun right now. Like, really work with that, especially around your birthday, your solar returns, that Lion's Gate, clear, that July into August energy. All right, we're gonna get into now what it is, or sorry, blessings, clear. Blessings for Leo this year. Tell me what blessings Leo has coming in. What blessings are coming in for my Leos? Think smarter, not harder. That just came through as well. Oh, look, it's your energy. That's perfect. When your own energy comes out, that means you are really moving into and coming into your own this year. And what does this say? Shine. That energy of allowing yourself to shine. So incredibly important this year. We also have partnership and Pallas Athena coming through. So there's wisdom coming through here, strategy. Pallas Athena is the goddess of war. She's also the goddess of creativity, of the arts, home and hearth. She's a woman of many talents, a woman of many faces, you could say. So this is all about tapping into your own versatility. And also really employing that wisdom. The wisdom of the lessons that you have learned. Some of my Leos, you've had really powerful transits recently, whether this is like a Chiron return, a Saturn return. Some of you guys are having your first Pluto square, like I am. All right, whatever it is, like some powerful, it doesn't even necessarily have to be one of those things, but there's been a powerful cycle of energy that you're completing. And there's a lot of wisdom that you gained from that. And so the blessing, that wisdom is the blessing. And how you apply that, right? What do we say on here? Wisdom is applied knowledge. So you're getting ready to apply that knowledge, to apply that wisdom moving forward. And for some of you guys, this has been around partnership and relationship, some of these challenges, some of this cycle that you've been completing. All right? So use that wisdom that you've gained through what have you learned from your relationships, right? What have they taught you about yourself? What have they taught you about how you communicate, how you behave in partnership? Right? With this Leo energy, it's like they've taught you a lot about your own true nature. Perhaps they've taught you a lot about some of these classic Leo themes of validation, right? Of love and appreciation, self-love. So it's like, I feel like you have an ability to really meet, and all right, so Spirit is wanting me to share this. I'm sharing a lot of like personal stories with you guys, Leo. It's interesting. I don't always do this so much, but so I went through an evolution in my relationship with partnership as well, and the ways that I particularly learned how to communicate my needs, to acknowledge my needs and wants, and to communicate those to others, and to ask for what I really needed and wanted. And the level of self-honesty that was necessary in order to know what I wanted so that I could ask for it. And then to have the courage to know that I mattered and my needs mattered. All right. And it took many relationships for this to begin to crystallize within me. And then there were a couple tests. All right. Even with my partner that I'm with now, it started out with a lot of those tests. Could I employ that? When he was behaving in a way that was not congruent with what I wanted, what I knew I was worth, was I able to stand up and ask for what I really needed? Was I able to have those hard conversations, to really communicate my truth, my feelings? And we went through a couple rounds of that, and we have an amazing relationship today. So you may be coming up to those relationships that really test your grit, that cause you to need to put into practice what you've learned. A lot of us think we go through these initiations, for lack of a better word, right? And then the next one that comes along is just easy because we've learned everything. No, the next one that comes along gives us the opportunity to practice what we've learned. And if there's still more practice needed, sometimes that's not the last one that comes along. All right. So just look at everything as practice and really allow yourself to, but employ that wisdom. And know that even if it gets off to a rocky start, that doesn't mean that it's not meant to be. If I had believed that, I never would have ended up with my partner. I would have thrown in the towel. And I mean, I did a couple times in different various ways, right? There were a couple times where we had to take a break, where to really think over like what we really wanted. So I kind of did in a sense, but like I wouldn't have been willing to work through that, right? It would have just been, all right, we're done and I'm gone. As opposed to like, let's take a break, figure out what you want to do here. All right, I'll give you X amount of time to figure it out. Then like, let me know, so it's like, don't assume because there's trouble in the beginning. Like trust your gut. And that's one thing that I had to do with my partner that I'm with now is there was a lot of weird stuff. And we did start dating at the beginning of the pandemic and everything like that. So there was a lot of strange stuff going on anyway. But there was just a lot of weird stuff, a lot of things that made me like, I honestly thought that he was married or he had a girlfriend or something when we first started dating. It was just a lot of weird circumstances. A lot of the behaviors were similar to the behaviors of men in the past that I had to work through these issues with, right? And a lot of those red flags. And so I was like, what the hell is going on here? But I kept getting in my gut. I just felt like, no, it's not what it appears to be at first glance. Keep digging. Keep talking, keep working through this, keep healing whatever's coming up within you during this process. I did a lot of self-healing as well. And I trusted my gut. And when it got to a point where I was like, nope, this is ridiculous. I'm not dealing with this. I walked away, or I gave that window of space. I said, okay, this is what we're doing, right? Let me know what you want to do. And eventually, we have a child together. We're very happy together today. So the relationship and what it looks like today compared to what it looked like then is like night and day. But it's because I trusted my intuition, but I also did the self-healing and refused to accept what was less than what I deserved, right? If I had continued to go in my old patterns of just being like, all right, well, maybe he'll come around eventually. I'm just going to not say anything, or I'm going to say something and then nothing's going to happen, but I'm going to keep coming back and I'm going to keep hoping that he changes, but I'm going to keep getting mad that he's not. you know, and build up this resentment and then blow up at him, which is like an old pattern of mine. You know what I mean? Like, we never would have, like, God only knows what would have happened, honestly. We definitely wouldn't be where we are today. So like, the whole reason that I'm telling you guys all of this is just because you might be going through similar things, or it's just that understanding of like, trust your gut, employ your wisdom, don't give up. All right. If it's worth working through, then work through it. But also for some of you guys, it might be about beginning to learn how to tell the difference. All right. We have solar flares on the bottom of the deck. Talking about those solar flares, those activations coming through from the sun. Some of you guys, you're going to meet a soulmate this year who really challenges you, causes you to think more, expands your mind. They might drive you nuts at first because they are challenging your ego. Something about them might be really triggering for you, but it's triggering in a way that expands you as opposed to contracts you. And I think that's the reason I went on that whole spiel, is because for some of you, like, this person, you're going to have to, is kind of like what I just explained in my own experience, a work through of these final energies here. And Spirit wants you to pay attention. And if you're feeling called to work through this, then it's like, don't allow, because your ego gets bruised in the beginning, don't allow that to cause you to throw in the towel. If you're being challenged to grow, I feel like something that I'm talking about here for somebody is worth the challenge. We have Cancer and Venus energy. Yeah. This is somebody's beloved. It's a very powerful soul connection here. They might be a Cancer. Or they could be another Leo. Virgo, maybe. Taurus on the bottom of the deck. Honestly, they could be anything. Don't go too much by the signs here. But they're going to feel like home. And I feel like something about this connection is going to scare you. Maybe because they challenge you, they challenge parts of you that you're not used to having challenged. Perhaps they bring up insecurities that you're not used to. Perhaps it's simply because, like we said, they're here to help you complete this cycle of healing. Employ this wisdom that you've gained within relationship, within partnership. But this person's going to be very activating for you. There's energy here with the mother as well. If you're, for some of you, maybe they remind you of your mother. Maybe they just have that mothering energy. That nurturing energy. That moon child energy even. They're really going to open up your intuition. It's a very twin flamey kind of an energy, like activate your psychic gifts, open up your intuition. Crack your heart chakra wide open. Anything else on this? So that's a blessing. Love. We've got Sagittarius, yeah. Expansion and debilitated discomfort. A lot of expansion through discomfort. Okay. So, like I said, if they make you uncomfortable, do not allow that to be an excuse for you to run. Expand through that discomfort. And this is true not just with this love scenario. For anything going on with my Leos this year, for my Leos. Allow yourself to expand through the discomfort. This year, one of the blessings is you learning how to take that discomfort, how to be the alchemist, how to take that uncomfortable energy and use it to alchemize a powerful change within you. Shifting your perceptions here with the Moon card. Clear. All right. Let's see. What else do we want to do for... Okay, there we go. There's our other blessings coming through. We have the 9th house here and the 11th house. So this is, friends, this is, remember we talked about, it's not just going to be lovers and those types of soul contracts being activated and coming in this year. It's going to be a greater sense of community, people that you're connected to. For some of you, I'm seeing this web like the internet, like the World Wide Web. So for some of you guys, it's connecting with communities online as well, or building and creating your own community. Some of you, if you are content creators or you've been working towards that, you could be experiencing that expanding and growing as well, right? Becoming more known, more in the limelight. Your sign represents fame and that energy. So it's like being noticed, being recognized, building that community, any type of community. Some of you guys, it might not be an online community that you're trying to build. It could be something in your physical community. Wherever it is that you're wanting to build community, I see you as being like in the center of things, where you are helping to create this, to connect people, to bring people together, and really shining in that process, to let yourself shine. Some of you guys, there's going to be old energies here of lack of worthiness, old energies of fear because of things that happened when you were in leadership position in the past or past lives. Allow that, work through that, move through that energy. Don't allow that to stop you. Don't allow that to cripple you. This is card number 49. And I was thinking of 29 as well. 29 degrees of Leo. That is the star Regulus. That is the star of royalty and fame. Some of you guys really are stepping into that energy this year as well. And 9th house, travel, exploration, higher learning, also beautiful blessings highlighted for you this year. Clear. Some of you guys, if you have an opportunity to travel, do it, because there is something that spirits activation. There are some powerful activations. You are activating ley lines in the places that you are visiting, and those places are in turn activating you. All right. Let's look into, all right, Spirit wants to do one more blessing, and then we're going to see what you don't see coming. Clear. What wanted to pop out there? Jupiter, abundance. All right, we'll take it. And Capricorn. Capricorn energy, Jupiter energy, and the 2nd house. All right, with the Grand Trine. Blessings on the bottom of the deck. All right, you guys, financial blessings coming through as well. It's like a financial windfall for somebody. This is resources coming in that you need, resources that you can use. So this is like if you need a business, this is like cash flow coming through for your business, maybe a loan coming through if you apply for a loan. This is like, some of you, it's like buying a house or owning real estate or property, I'm feeling. For others of you, this is something that you've been investing in, something that you put in your time and your money into that's showing dividends. Whether this is an investment like a stock or a cryptocurrency, or whether this is investment like just something you've invested your energy into, your own business, your own baby, so to speak. Even for some of you, this could be in more abstract terms, like your own spiritual growth. But I feel like this is like concrete, physical, real world energy here of money coming in, expansion within your physical world, within your financial world and sector. Yeah. I feel like some of you guys might even get into like flipping houses or doing something like that this year. And if you're thinking about that, or thinking of getting into real estate, being a real estate broker, something like that, clear. I see that energy, definitely a big yes for that. I mentioned crypto as well. That is the future of currency. Some of you might be learning more about that. Also would be very good. We have the void of course moon here missing. All right. Tell me more about that. Why is the void of course moon here? Got the Yod, Destiny, and the Aries I am energy. This is like the missing piece coming through. The missing piece. That courage, that confidence, that purpose that you've been missing, that drive. Finally finding that. Working with those affirmations, like I said, those I am statements, those is really powerful. Cultivating that sense of empowerment. Some of you guys really want to watch that Aries reading. If you have Aries placements, all right, Aries, it's going to be a fucking crazy year for Aries. So much Aries energy. Aries and Pisces are the big energies of 2025. Aquarius too, of course. I'm trying to feel out what else this is saying besides that missing piece coming through. Yeah, some of you guys will be having your Saturn return. That might have been the cycle that we were talking about. Yeah, it's just finding those missing pieces of the puzzle finally coming together is what I'm feeling. All right. Clear. What are we going to do? Yeah, I'm going to keep going with this deck. What does Leo not see coming in 2025? Tell me what Leo doesn't see coming. We have another deck that we're going to pull from in a second too. What does Leo not see coming? Part of fortune, increase. And then we have the 11th house, friends. So this is that influence that we talked about. This is that like blowing up maybe if you're on social media or something like that. This is about your network getting larger, your soul family coming in, your own dreams and aspirations increasing. This is a dream coming true, a dream that you perhaps gave up on. We got that Aries energy coming through again. This is that courage and confidence. Got the lunar eclipse change on the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys, if you've been holding yourself back from connecting with people, if you've been holding yourself back from going after sort of just facilitating those deeper bonds and connections out of a fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, whatever it is, you're going to be releasing that energy. And you're going to be feeling more confident and to be who you are and to just allow yourself to be seen. Like the truth of who you are. You're going to be creating more authentic connections as a result of that. With this Aries energy too, I feel like as you step more into your own core frequency, you are going to start ruffling some feathers. And there might be like a butting of heads with some people in your world. You're going to be inspiring, but you're also going to be triggering people. But that's going to weed out the people that aren't meant to be in your reality right now. I think for some of my Leos here, it's like you might have catered to people a little bit more or not been fully transparent with people, not fully spoken your truth, held yourself back in some way in order to people please or to make sure that people weren't upset with you, weren't angry with you. And this year is going to be a complete shift in that energy where you just show up as who you are. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. It's that love me or hate me kind of an energy. And it's going to ruffle some feathers. There are going to be some disagreements, but ultimately you're going to be gravitating toward the people that are meant to be in your reality right now. And some of those other people are just taking up space. Remember, I think we said at the beginning of this reading, there wasn't enough space for everything that you're calling into your reality. So you gotta get rid of some things. Some of that's within your friend circle as well. All right, we're going to pull from the Intuit Oracle to get a few more cards on this, what you don't see coming. See if there's any clarification around this as well. Clear. It's that energy, the threefold. They say threefold and tenfold when they're talking in terms of like energy. So something coming back to you threefold. Or something increasing threefold. And you may also be losing, so to speak, 3 friends and gaining. Well, what's 3 times 3 is 9, right? Like whatever you're losing, Spirit's saying you're going to be gaining threefold or even tenfold. All right, tell me more about this energy here. This part of fortune energy, this increase within friends, networks, connections. Oh, interesting. So this is like a sudden and unexpected partnership coming in. Some of you guys where this is love, this is like, and this could be an Aries. Either you get brought together by an Aries, or the person that you're being connected to is an Aries or has that Aries Emperor kind of energy. You meet them through your friends. Somebody's going to be meeting the love of their life through their friends or through a network or a circle or a group that they're connected to. Some people, this is finding your own courage, your own confidence through developing these relationships and connections with people who are more supportive, for people who see you for who you truly are. And this is because you start letting yourself be seen. You start letting yourself be seen for the truth and the beauty of who you are just a little bit. You're going to start attracting in those people. They're going to amplify that energy. They're going to help you see more of it and be more of it and step into more of it. Some of you guys, this is like business partnerships or something like that. But really powerful connections, soul connections here, unexpected, that help you to accomplish your missions, your goals. We got the clouds. This is confusion and indecision here. Tell me more about why that popped out. We got the phoenix and the grasshopper. All right. Says catalytic heart awakening. That's standing out to me here. Yeah, there's a major change in direction here. A major change in direction. I feel like there's going to be a point in time this year where things are going to get really confusing. You're not going to know what path to take. You're going to start questioning yourself. You're going to start questioning what you really want. And there's going to be, it's going to be this, through that period of indecision, that period of confusion, that's going to be like a little mini dark night of the soul. And as you come out of that, you're going to come out with a whole new direction, a whole new mentality, and something in your life you're going to switch up in a really positive, powerful, refreshing way. And some of you guys, it's like one of the biggest things that you're overcoming this year is like your own tendency to overthink, to overanalyze, to create problems where there are none, this anxiety. We have your energy again, the lion on the bottom of the deck. Guys, this is your year, okay? And the sun, come on. Your card. Yeah. Yeah. Out of that little mini dark night of the soul. And that's what you don't see coming as well, because it's like that dark night of the soul. It's like you're feeling really good. All of this beautiful, beneficial energy. And then all of a sudden, it's like the clouds descend and you're like, what is going on? And it's a purge. It's a purge. It's a little mini dark night of the soul that's preparing you to step into this next timeline. So that change of direction, when you come out of this and all of a sudden you don't care about the things you used to care about anymore, you have a new lease on life, you have a new perspective, you have something that you really are passionate about that kind of like came out of nowhere maybe, or just a new approach, even if it's not a completely new path, but it feels like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be something just completely new that you're called to move towards. It's like there's going to be such a lightness and such a, it's like from this confusion comes like the greatest sense of clarity and certainty that you've ever felt on the other side of that. So just let yourself move through that energy. Let whatever needs to die, whatever you need to release and let go of, let it go. All right? Embrace the new. Embrace whatever this new path forward is, because there's going to be so much success and victory and confidence and bliss on that new pathway. All right. Any final cards here for my Leos? Here. Wolverine. The Wolverine is the renegade, fearless, determined, wild, unpredictable. Embrace this energy. Embrace your energy of the lion and embrace this energy of the Wolverine, as well as, of course, the Phoenix this year. All right. Some of you guys, you've become really predictable in your energy. So predictable that you've started boring even yourself. And this year, you are going to shake things up. You are going to, there's a whole new you being born here. That Capricorn energy keeps coming through. We also have Mercury here. This is thoughts, manifestations, expression of ideas. Yeah. Really get creative with it this year. Have fun with it. All right? Let me see. Where's that card that I keep opening up to this Capricorn card too. Yeah, Saturn, that Saturnian energy is going to be really important for some of you guys this year. Yeah, this is working towards your goals. All right? Somebody where I said you're getting married, I feel like somebody's marrying a Capricorn. Or during Capricorn season, maybe. So next winter. Yeah, something significant about the winter time. And obviously there's not much. Well, we're in winter right now, right? As I'm recording this. And then once again in December, right? We'll hit winter on that 12/21 gateway when Capricorn season begins. Yeah. That 12/21, that bifurcation gateway could be really the launch of whatever this shift in energy has been for you, I guess. Yeah. Somebody, I don't know, take a look at that picture. Something about that energy, man. Yeah. I really feel that energy of somebody's getting married to a Capricorn this year. That's all I gotta say. Clear. All right. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. You are so beautiful. I hope that you have a wonderful year. If you're still here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you do go ahead and hit subscribe. We do videos all the time, different types of tarot readings. We talk all about the astrology. We do weekly live streams. This is an amazing tribe. This is a beautiful, beautiful group of light workers, starseeds, whatever you want to, whatever name you want to name, right? And I would be honored for you to become part of our circle to contribute to our energy. Also, if you enjoyed this reading, make sure you like this video. Liking and subscribing helps me to tap into your energy better and continue to read for you in the future. I do personal readings, astrology, tarot, all different types of energy healings, one-on-one coaching. All of that information can be found on my website, which is in the description box below. I'll talk to you all soon.